Hey guys, it's Mike from Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm inviting you to join me tonight as we're featured on 41 Action News. Our story is an incredible journey to think just a few years ago we were growing produce on different lots in the city and selling that produce to a small farmer's market. Since then, we've grown, scaled up to serve the community as also grocery stores in our area. And now we're being supported by a huge minority-based grant through Cargill, which is allowing us to scale up to global distribution. It's an incredible story, an incredible journey. Tune in tonight on 41 Action News to find out about Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm and how we're changing urban farming and also how you can get involved. So again, join me tonight only on 41 Action News.
If you're familiar with 18th and Vine, you've probably seen this greenhouse just tucked into the neighborhood. But we learn their impact goes further than 18th and Vine community. Over the past 100 years, the amount of Black-owned farmland has dropped by 90%. And this local farmer is part of a nationwide effort to create more equity in farming. KSHB 41 News reporter JuYeon Kim stopped by his greenhouse to learn more.
We like to say we failed our way to greatness. I didn't know anything about anything.
Mike Rollen started Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm with only a vision.
This right here is one of the grapevines.
A vision to continue the legacy of his grandmother and their family farm over 100 years old.
I spent the summers with my grandmother. I tended her garden. She gave me an incredible work ethic, and it really inspired me that when I had kids to give them the feeling to know where real food comes from.
Everything from what he grows to where he grows it is intentional. Rollen chose to open his first greenhouse in the historically Black 18th and Vine district. His favorite herb to grow is the Jamaican allspice.
Take that one. And you can break it. Go ahead and break it.
His goal here is to create a sustainable farm that feeds, educates, and creates generational wealth that will go on to outlive him.
I say that growing your own food really is like printing your own money. It's not that African Americans can't farm, you know, because the country was built on African Americans in farming.
According to reports by a global consulting firm, McKinsey & Company, only 1.4% of all U.S. farmers identify as Black or mixed race. That's down from about 14% a century ago.
It comes down to racism and access to capital, access to funding.
To help bridge the gap, the National Minority Supplier Development Council created what's called the Black Farmers Equity Initiative. Farmers chosen through an application process will have exclusive access to capital, networking, certification opportunities, and a chance to work with NMSDC's corporate partners.
We have over 1,700 corporate members, and those corporate members are looking to fill their pipelines with diverse suppliers, such as the farmers that are in these programs. The goal is that the scale of these farms will grow and increase because they have access to these contracting opportunities at this level.
Rollen is one of the farmers chosen for the first round of this program. The opportunity will help him expand over 40 acres and reach more neighbors who rely on him, like Caleb Rollins.
I just had to do the best I could. But with him here now, it saves a lot. Save the neighborhood a lot.
Our mints over here.
Rollen says to have fresh produce is a blessing, especially right here in his own neighborhood, which he feels has been overlooked.
I think there is a lack of fresh food, you know, in this community.
JuYeon Kim, KSHB 41 News.